If you are a digital artist, you can't display or sell your work without printing it out. Ensuring that your work looks professional when you print it out is important for your reputation as an artist. First, prepare your art for printing. You should adjust the resolution, sharpness, and contrast of the image to make it as professional looking as possible. The right materials will help your artwork look professional. 2. Pigment-based inks and good quality paper used in a professional printer will give your digital art a professional look. So, we are going to watch about the how to print digital art. Method 1. Preparing digital files for printing. First is adjust the resolution to 300 dpi for fine art prints. What makes a professional print look professional is the sharpness of the resolution. What resolution you need will depend on what size project you're working on. You can usually print anything up to 13 in 33 cm by 19 in 48 cm without adjusting the resolution from the standard 72 dpi. For larger projects or projects that will be displayed, increase the resolution to up to 300 dpi. To resize the image in Sketchbook Pro for Mac, go to Image, then choose Size. In the menu box that comes up, make sure Keep Proportions and Resample Image are both checked. Then change the resolution. If you're using Photoshop, go to Image, then Image Size. Check the Constrain Proportions and Resample Image boxes. At the bottom of the menu, select Bicubic from the drop-down menu for measurements. Step 2. Adjust the color of the print. When you adjust the resolution, it can impact the color and texture of your print. Use the Color menu to readjust the colors in your print to their original color. If you used custom colors in your original print, note down the numbers that correspond to those colors on Photoshop's color wheel. It will give you a good starting point after you adjust the resolution. Step 3. Use professional software plugins for large projects. If you're printing your digital art on a poster, banner, or a similarly large project, you might want to use a plugin to change the size. 2 popular plugins for resizing are Perfect Resize and Blow Up. Once you purchase the software online, dialog boxes will pop up to guide you through the installation process. Step 4. Increase the contrast to brighten colors. How to change the contrast on your art will depend on what software you use. Most photo editing software will have a slide cursor you can use to change the contrast. Increase the contrast beyond what looks sharpest on the screen. What looks sharp on the screen might not look quite as sharp printed out. Step 5. Increase the sharpness in Photoshop. On the Layer menu in Photoshop, right-click on Art Layer, and then choose Duplicate Layer. Then select Filter, Other, and High Pass. In the Radius drop-down menu, select 3, and then click OK. Go back to the Layer palette and choose Soft Light, or Overlay, from the drop-down menu on the left. Then set the opacity slider to between 10 and 70%. Adjusting sharpness this way is different from adjusting resolution. A high resolution allows the eye to distinguish between close elements in a photo. It makes a photograph look clearer. Increasing sharpness in Photoshop will make edges in your work look sharper. Finally, save your artwork as a JPEG or TIFF. Saving your art as a JPEG or TIFF file gives you the best quality after you've made changes and want to print your artwork. You can change the file type by clicking Save As and choosing JPEG or TIFF from the drop-down menu under File Type. If you're using a JPEG file, only save your art in JPEG form when you're finished with all of your edits. Saving a JPEG over and over can decrease the quality of the final product. TIFF files won't lose quality over repeated saves, so you can use a TIFF file at any point. Method 2. Choosing ink and paper. First is use dye-based inks for vibrant colors or sharp text. If you are printing on glossy paper, dye-based ink can work well. It will create vibrant colors and dry more quickly than other inks. However, because dye-based inks aren't waterproof and fade rather quickly, usually within 5 years. Step 2. Use pigment-based inks for longevity. Pigment-based inks use pigments that suspended, not dissolved in liquid. This allows them to last longer, up to 150 years. It's also best to use when printing on matte paper. The colors in pigment-based inks can be less vibrant than dye-based inks. To avoid this, look for inks made by the manufacturer of your printer. Step 3. Select archival and acid-free paper. When you are printing digital art, the paper is as important as the ink. Paper that is listed as acid-free and 100% cotton or rag is an excellent choice for digital art. The paper packet should note if the paper is the right type. Step 4. Choose a paper finish that shows off your artwork best. Coated paper, which comes in matte, semi-matte, and glossy finishes, is best for printing digital art. The coat on the paper prevents the ink from soaking too far in the paper and dulling your colors. A glossy finish will make text hard to read, so if you have any text in your digital art, avoid a glossy paper. A semi-gloss finish will make your art pop without reflecting too much light and making it hard to see. It's the best option for art that will be displayed without glass. Matte paper doesn't reflect any light, so it's the best option if your art will be displayed behind glass. It's also best for a black and white Finally, use paper that is heavier than 20 to 24 hash. 20 to 24 hash paper is the type of paper used in a copy machine or regular printer. A heavier paper will be necessary to make your prints look more professional. If you're displaying your art as a poster, look for paper that is above 28 hash. If you're displaying your art in a gallery, look for paper that is around 50 hash. Method 3. Printing your digital art. First is create a jicoli print for artwork you're selling. A jicoli print is a type of print that has a higher quality and longer lifespan than most inkjet prints. If you're selling your artwork, a jicoli print will make your work look more professional. There are 3 main criteria a piece must meet to be considered a jicoli print. The resolution is at least 300 dpi. This makes the image sharp, clear, and look professional. The print is printed on archival paper. Archival paper will maintain the colors and integrity of the ink for up to 100 years. If you're selling your artwork, you want your customers to be able to keep it for a lifetime. The print is created with pigment-based ink in a larger printer. Pigment-based ink won't fade like dye-based ink will. Most printers that will take pigment-based ink are larger than regular inkjet printers, and they hold up to 12 different color ink cartridges, as opposed to 2 or 3 in inkjet printers. Step 2. Use a high-quality printer. You can only use pigment-based inks in certain printers. A lot of the brands that make standard inkjet printers, Canon, Epson, HP, and Kodak, for example, all make printers that take pigment-based inks. You can see which models can print using pigment-based ink at https://laserinkjetlabels.com/pages/pigment-based-inkjet-cartridges/. Step 3. Adjust your printer settings. Once you click Print, a dialog box will come up. Choose your printer from the Printer drop-down menu, then choose Other options. Under Color Management, choose Photoshop Element Manages Colors, then your printer in the printer profile under that menu. It will allow the software to adjust the colors according to your printer so they come out looking professional. Step 4. Use CYMK mode for printing art. When you're preparing your digital artwork, your computer will use RBG mode to create and save the colors. RBG mode tells your screen exactly how to display them. However, when you're ready to print, choose CYMK mode instead. Those colors are designed specifically for color printing. The conversions from RBG to CYMK can make colors that appear bright on screen look slightly dark once printed. If you're going to convert to CYMK mode, consider brightening your colors slightly. Finally, print a test image. Before you print your final piece, consider printing a test image. Make sure your color, resolution, sharpness, and printer settings are where you want them, and then print the image. You'll be able to see how the digital image translates to an actual print and adjust accordingly. The type of paper recommended for digital art prints can be expensive, so you might want to consider printing on regular inkjet paper first. Keep in mind that the colors and sharpness may look slightly different. We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.